go. Come on, something. Come on. Ah!
Swing and a miss.
There's a lot of spunk.
Don't throw it wide.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Unbelievable.
And then there were two. The cream of the crop. The best of the best. The top of the food chain. The glory, however, cannot be shared. Super Mega Baseball's ultimate prize is up for grabs as the world's most skilled players face off. The Blues dance with the Jackals one last time. Welcome to the XBL World Series!
Welcome, everyone, to the final game, Game 7 of the XBL World Series. I'm Light Snack, a.k.a. Florabelle, a.k.a. your play-by-play announcer. With me on color commentary for the conclusion of Season 9 is Weaver for Prez. Weaver, we're all tied up. Lazy versus Ashnod, the two best in the game. And no matter what, tonight, the World Series champion will be crowned.
That's absolutely right. And what's beautiful is we just have no clue which of these two incredible players it's going to be, with the exception of Game 5, which was super close. It was a one-run game. Every other game has been a blowout in favor of one or the other. They've both shown how dominant they can be. As I said at the tail end of the broadcast last night, we're hoping tonight they're both dominant. We get another close game. And then we're hoping for a great game here tonight. It's going to be great regardless because it's Game 7. It's been a fantastic series. And like you said, only one of these guys can win it. Lazy looking to repeat. Ashnod looking to slay the dragon.
I mean, I'm hesitant to say anything at this point because, based on Lazy winning 2 in a row yesterday, now on his path to do 3 in a row and complete one, might be one of the biggest comebacks in XBL postseason history. It would be absolutely insane if you were able to do it tonight, but it feels like the momentum is on his side. But yesterday before the game, we said that Ashnod had all the momentum. He had won 3 in a row. And then we saw what happened there. Lazy woke up and just absolutely dominated.
Yeah, halfway through Game 5, you and I were both thinking it. We thought Ashnod was just a few innings away or possibly a few runs away in Mercy style.
He had an 8-1 lead.
8-1 lead in the 5th inning. And it didn't look like it was going to stop. He just kept hitting, and Lazy couldn't hit. A switch flipped, the grand slam. We all saw it. Amazing comeback. Lazy won that game and then easily won Game 6. Ashnod probably fortunate that the scheduling didn't factor in Game 7 last night. He gets that stop. So both players come into this game fresh. They're both going to have the number 3 starters. Advantage Lazy, though, because it's at Sakura Hills, his home stadium.
It's a stadium that he's well accustomed to. We noticed Ashnod able to get out in front early in Lafayette, able to hit a solo shot or two very early on when he is the home team. The smaller dimensions may be helping him mentally in terms of pushing through and getting to hit the ball out of the stadium. Whereas in Sakura Hills, bigger dimensions, less conducive towards that home run game. However, for Lazy, he's hit 2 grand slams in this World Series, both of them at home, both of them at Sakura Hills. Any chance we're going to see a third tonight?
We could. I mean, the home runs that he has hit at Sakura Hills have been no doubters. Even with Sakura being the 3rd biggest stadium in the game, Lazy has just been crushing them when he's crushed them. Now, in Game 3, I believe, a game which Ashnod won easily, or rather, it took him a while to get there, but then he did win it easily. Things were different. Things were more on Ashnod's side. But I guess the moral of the story is that just because Sakura is a pretty big field, these guys, they're so good at hitting. It really, it could matter. We could see some warning track shots that would have gone out at Lafayette, but for the most part, I think these guys can earn their home runs as good as anyone.
Absolutely. When they absolutely are mashing the ball, they are mashing. And that's going to be the key, I think, for Ashnod. when you said when Lazy is mashing, Ashnod has been able to show, 3 wins here in the World Series so far, that when his pitching is on point, when he has Lazy guessing and lost at the plate, Lazy truly does look lost at the plate. He struggles to score more than 1 run when Ashnod is on his game. It's when he starts making those mistakes, falling into Lazy's traps that he sets up, that Lazy's able to get on base, get those big home runs, and really catch up and take the lead.
Yeah, and what we've seen not only in this series, like we saw last night, but in Lazy's entire career, is back to the wall is where he shines. If I kind of think it's going to go this way. I think Ashnod is going to jump out to that early lead, and then while we all think Ashnod is cruising towards that win, that World Series championship, Lazy's going to turn it on, and if he doesn't win, he'll make it close. I think this is going to go down to the wire.
Lazy does what he always does. He was down 3-1, and now he has tied it all up. We will see if he can truly become the comeback king and hold on to his crown, or if Ashnod will dethrone the reigning champ. Anything can happen tonight. Game 7 of the XBL World Series is coming at you, folks. Stay with us. And here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone, we are loading into Sakura Hills, the home field of Lazy and his Black Jackals, as they look to take the World Series trophy at home.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Muddy Waters up to bat first, up against King Flip on the mound for the Jackals. First pitch is in there for a strike. Follows it up with a pitch just a bit outside. The 1-1 here to Muddy Waters. Swung on, weak contact towards Kid K. A weak ground out to start off the game.
Yeah, first batter of the game is a chase from Ashnod. You can usually count on one hand the number of times you see that in a single game. We get one right off the bat.
Yeah, he's not usually one to chase out of the zone. This curveball in the zone is hammered, but right towards Kid K. Grabs it before it hits the ground. That's out number 2. So 2 quickly away. In the previous games, it has been Lazy with the quick innings at the plate, chasing early. But here, Ashnod, Lazy might be able to get out of this one. Spoke too soon there, as that one's ripped up the middle. That's a 2-out single for the Blues.
Yeah, banking on a 1-2-3 inning is typically a pipe dream against either of these guys, but especially Ashnod, the long ball winner in season 9 of the XBL. That long ball award, of course, is awarded to the league's best hitter.
Absolutely crushed the league home run record this year, did Ashnod. And that one is fouled down the third base line, bringing the count to 2-2. Mavis Staples at the plate. High and outside, doesn't chase, brings the count full. Runner on first, 2 outs here in the top of the first. Payoff pitch. Strike 3 called. Got him on the outside corner looking.
Went with the right sequence there. Clearly, Ashnod not ready for it. Got a little bit lucky, did Lazy, that he didn't quite bullseye that pitch blown away. The reticles expanded a bit, still landed in a quality spot.
So not a 1-2-3 inning, but indeed a scoreless inning. Jackals got to be happy starting off on the right foot here. We'll see if Lazy can do anything with the top of his order. Swung on and missed on that changeup in the zone. Did Cox enormous, the 1-2. Reaches for that one, knocks it into shallow center field just past the infield, and that will be a base hit for the Jackals.
And you can see Ashnod hitting the LOL quick chat there. He knows as well as we do. Playing against these guys, playing against Lazy, you typically don't see a ton of hits that slow. Yes, we did see some weak contact from these guys, especially Ashnod in this series, but that hit in particular was super slow.
Especially on a pitch out of the zone right there. Lazy did what he wanted with that fastball high out of the zone, getting Lazy to chase, but he was still able to put some lumber on it. Puts more than just a bit of lumber on that one. Drilled to the gap in right field. That should score a run. Waters picks it up, fires it back into the infield. An RBI double for the Jackals. They lead 1-0.
So the first ebb of many ebbs and flows goes towards Lazy. I said in pregame I was predicting that maybe Ashnod would score first. I feel like typically he does, but instead it's the Jackals.
The Jackals striking first. Lazy definitely starting off on the right foot there. Chases the first pitch with Amy B, and that ends up being a fly out to left field. So 1 out, runner on second for Kim Toe, a deadly batter in this Jackals lineup. An ugly swing there on that changeup out of the zone. Takes that pitch all the way. Brings the count to 1-2. The delivery from Luther Allison. No, he holds on to it as Lazy tries to steal third and is thrown out easily.
Great job by Ash.
And a strikeout to end the inning. I guess with Kim Toe at the plate, Lazy was banking on a sac fly to try to extend his lead. Instead, thrown out and then struck out on the next pitch.
That was one thing I noticed yesterday. Lazy, in I believe it was game number 6, was 1 for 1 in stolen bases. But I did notice that Ashnod was trying to hold him on effectively. He did it there just a few seconds ago to perfection.
And there's a 1-2 pitch out of the zone. Lazy getting Ashnod to chase, but dribbles it up the middle for a base hit. So both players trading some of that weak contact up the middle stuff. There's a runner on first. To lead off the top of the second, Paul Butterfield at the plate. Gets behind in the count 0-2. King Flip delivers. That one is swung on. Lifted to center field. Normus, plenty of time, gets under it. Makes the catch for out number 1.
Yeah, Lazy using quality fastballs there. He knows he can do that because he still has that maximum velocity out of King Flip, whereas it's going to run out later.
That one just fouled down the first base line. Good piece of hitting there from Ashnod, trying to pull that one down the foul line. Does it again, that time well foul. So an early 0-2 here from Mahalia Jackson. Lays off that one outside. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got Mahalia Jackson swinging.
Off the plate.
First pitch to BB King's just a bit off the plate. Swing and a miss there. On the outside part of the plate, the 1-1. Swung on, drilled towards right field. That'll get through. A 2-out single. Goes for the 9-3. Just in time is the base runner. Is safe.
56.
Yeah, very close play there. I think we said this earlier. It seems like Sakura Hills is built for those sorts of things. But he's making good use of the fastball there. Ashnod did a better job of adjusting and turning on that one.
That curveball in the zone, belted to deep right field. Normus at the warning track, stops under it, makes the catch for out number 3. So Ashnod putting some power and some base runners on the field. As Lazy chases the first pitch there, a diving effort by James, able to knock it down, but unable to throw out at first. An infield single for the Jackals to start off the bottom of the second.
If you'd watched this whole series, you would have thought that Elmore James was perfect out there. He's been making some excellent plays. That one, it looked like Ashnod the victim of 41% odds.
Yeah, a well-timed dive there, just couldn't come up with it.
Ball inside.
But Allison getting into a good count here. The 1-2 swung on. That's towards the gap in left field. No one's going to get to it. Not a lot of speed on the bases for the Jackals, but it was deep enough. That'll be an RBI double. The Jackals extend their lead 2-0.
Yeah, even with the first basewoman, Kid K, not a lot of speed. Her and Kim Toe, definitely the slowest in this lineup. Makes a good mad dash around first, and that's 2 RBI doubles in 2 innings. This is what he does best.
And this is what we saw Lazy do, as that one is drilled towards right field. Blues is going to cut it off. Runners at the corners now. Still nobody out in the second inning. And back in that comeback game that Lazy had, this first pitch to right field, Blues catches it not deep enough for the runners to tag up. So they will hold at the corners.
Lazy needs a clutch hit here with his pitcher, and there it is.
Another first pitch swinging. That's going to drive in at least 1 run. Waters is able to cut it off just before it hits the wall. Lazy sending the runner around the bag. Staples tried for the tag at second. Well late, gives more than enough time for the second run to come in to score. 4-0. The Jackals lead it here in the second.
Yeah, so preoccupied with trying to get the slow pitcher out Pitcher's safe, and that allows the runner rounding third to score easily. 4-0 already.
I was going to say how, as that one is swung on and drilled to deep right field, that'll die in front of the warning track. Could be deep enough to tag from second to third. Lazy will hold at second. But what I was saying before, Lazy in his comeback win was able to string together a bunch of runs in separate innings. 1 run here, 1 run here, 2 runs here, and eventually exploded and was able to take that lead off of that grand slam. But he doesn't need to score all of his runs at once. He needs to do a little in order to win these games, as we know, as that one is ripped up the middle. But he certainly is having a big inning here. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. The Jackals lead 4-0 in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, this is looking like Season 8 World Series Lazy. Ashnod, he's got to be panicking a little bit. His starter's tense. There's the potential seventh run is at the plate. He's got to find this third out.
And he'll find it there, grounded to James. The throw to first in time for out number 3. So Lazy strands a couple of runners, but puts a nice crooked number up on the board. 4-0 leading here in the top of the third. But Ashnod wants to get back in it. First pitch swinging and gone. The Blues are on the board. A solo shot to deep left field off of the bat of Muddy Waters, the leadoff batter.
Exactly what Ashnod needed. That was getting kind of scary for the Blues. The way Lazy was hitting, it seemed like he was getting into one of his rallies where he just can't be stopped. Ashnod does stop it, and it only takes him 1 pitch to get on the board.
And that's a home run in any field, Weaver. As that one belted deep left field, Ashnod back to back! The leaping effort from Snappy Pup, but it's just over the yellow line.
Smashnod coming out strong here in this inning. You mentioned he broke the all-time record for single-season home runs here in Season 9. Whose record did he break? His own, that he set in Season 8, a season that was very pitching-dominated. This guy can hit home runs better than anyone here has ever seen.
The 1-0 goes deep as well, but it's weak contact. Caught in front of the warning track by Amy B. That's the first out of the inning, but King Flip is tense, and he gives up a first pitch rip to center field. That's a base hit for the Blues, and the tying run just like that is at the plate in the form of Elmore James. Swings at the first pitch curveball, fouls it off. The 0-1. Another curveball, this time drilled towards Amy B and right. She's gonna play it on the hop. First and second here with 1 out. The Blues are in business. Now the go-ahead run at the plate, Paul Butterfield.
Yeah, he's trying to get that curveball to nick the top of the zone, but Ashnod, he's having none of that, and this could tie the game.
1 run will score at least. Snappy Pop needs to hurry that ball back in. A good throw, but it won't be enough. Tie ball game here in the top of the third. The Blues are batting.
I think he's just not trusting his fastball, seeing the tense mojo. He doesn't believe he has the gas. I would still think that it could be effective there. He tried to throw it there, just threw it outside. Now he's behind.
Just a few too many curveballs in a row. Ashnod was blasting that curve, and Lazy kept on throwing it. Gets behind in the count 3-0, delivers a strike on the outside corner. That one's going to miss. And another runner aboard for the Blues, that time via walk. So first and second here with BB King at the plate. First pitch curveball nicks the outside corner for a strike. Goes with the fork ball here, and it's ripped. Kid K with a great diving effort. Will they get the out at first? No, not in time.
And just a cheeky little drop there, but he was safe either way. Great job by Lazy getting that out. If he can get out of this with the game still tied, looks like he will. This could be a moral victory.
And it is indeed, as King Flip is able to track it down and make the catch in foul territory off of the mound. And this is a brand new ball game here in the bottom of the third. Lazy chasing that one out of the zone and rips it up the middle for a base hit to lead things off.
So over under 10 seconds before this ball is in the gap and the run scores.
Under. And that one driven past the glove. Oh! Baseman in the left fielder misses it as well. That should score the go-ahead run for the Jackals off the defensive misplay by the Blues. Jackals take the lead right back, 5-4.
And Ashnod couldn't have said it better. He said, this hurts as soon as he threw that ball back in. And like you said, now it's a 1-run lead. What a game already.
We've seen some defensive gems from both of these teams throughout this World Series, but also their share of defensive blunders as Lacy chases that pitch well off the plate. The 1-2 swung on, protecting the plate. Staples picks it up, throws it to first for out number 1, but the runner advances from second to third. Larry Lanky at the plate, facing against the tense Luther Allison.
If the left fielder keeps that in front of him, that could have been a double play ball. That's got to hurt.
That one towards right field, and a diving effort by Staples is able to pick it up and throw out at first. The throw to the plate not in time. So 6-4 the Jackals lead, but the Blues no base runners to deal with now.
Yeah, Lazy got a very late jump coming to the plate. Ashnod could have held him there and surrendered the base runner at first, but I think he definitely made the right call going for that out. Has a chance to get out of this only down 2, despite that terrible mistake in left.
Yeah, Ashnod just has to be confident in his bat, and if anything, the top of this inning, if the top of this inning has anything to say about it, I feel like Ashnod most definitely is confident in his bat, but so is Lazy as he rips that one towards the gap in right field. Could be another run for the Jackals. Muddy Waters picks it up, fires it back in. Another RBI double for the Jackals. 7-4 Lazy leads.
That was with the pitcher King Flip. Still tense is King Flip, but I would think if he can get 1 or 2 consecutive outs in the top of the 4th, maybe Lazy can get him back to neutral. That would be big for him.
And this is something we haven't really seen, as that one is ripped into right field, hard hit. Blues gets it back in. Runners will hold at the corners here with 2 outs. But the starting pitcher for the Blues, Luther Allison, is rattled here in the 3rd. Lazy chasing the first pitch there, drives it foul. No one's going to get to it.
Yeah, he's rattled. This could be a situation where you just calling him to get 1 more out and then you go to the pen. It's going to be hard, though. Lazy seems locked in.
Snappy pop, that curveball in the zone. Just a bit early on, it fouls it back. The 1-2. Reaches for that one, swung on towards the hole. Elmore James has to leave his feet. The throw on to first, not in time. Another run comes in to score for the Jackals. 8-4 they lead.
Seems like neither player is too trusting of the fastball with 2 strikes. It seems like they just don't like to see it with the diminished velocity. Ashnod getting ahead with that fastball, though, and there it is.
And he 6 with the fastball in the 0-2 count, high and in, swung on and missed, and that'll end the inning. But Lazy getting dangerously close to the M word there. The Jackals lead 8-4. And the Blues have their chance to answer back here in the top of the 4th. That one is ripped, but foul down the first base line.
Yeah, and it just seems like for every time Lazy scores, it doesn't feel like enough, but that was a perfect curveball. A
perfect curveball right on the corner there, Weaver. You could not have gotten any closer there as that high changeup is swung on. Ashnod getting a bit underneath it. Cox Enormous has the play in front of the warning track, out number 2. This brings up Elwood Blues. King Flip back to neutral mojo here. Misses just a bit on the breaking ball outside.
That 3.54 ERA, that might be the best thing ERA you see on any pitcher on either team in this series.
And not what Ashnod wanted to do in the top of the 4th there. A 1-2-3 inning, and now has to pitch to Kim Toe, Kid K, and Wacky Wanda using the rattled Luther Allison. This has to be a comeback inning for Ashnod if he wants to keep his World Series dreams alive.
In my opinion, this needs to be a 1 batter or 1 base runner situation for Luther Allison. The stats just are not there, or the attributes rather.
But gets a big strikeout there, swung on and missed. Allison comes up to 10th, but look at that, already at 61 pitches thrown. Getting Lazy to swing on these changeups, and he just isn't able to slow down. Kid K lays off that one outside of the zone. The 1-1. Taken all the way, called a strike. A nice high strike there from Luther Allison. The 1-2. Taken all the way inside. The 2-2 from Allison. Curveball. He waited on it. Deep center field. Gone! A solo shot for the Jackals. They lead 9-4 here in Game 7.
And if I'm not mistaken, that was on a contact swing. Typically, these guys just rip it out of the park 450 feet with their perfect power timings. Lazy waited on the curve nicely, and honestly, that's typically, especially in a big park, that's typically how you hit the curveball out, is with that contact swing, because a lot of times if you're power swinging, you're waiting for something fast, and the curveball is slow.
Does a power swing on the curveball right there, and Blues with a sliding effort in right field is able to come up with it, makes the catch for out number 2. First pitch swinging here is Lazy. Shallow center field. Waters comes in, makes the grab for out number 3. So, well, it was only 1 base runner for Luther Allison, but it was a solo shot. And Ashnod chasing the first pitch there to snappy pop in left field. That's out number 1. Elmore James batting for the Blues, who trail by 5 here in the top of the 5th. 1 out, nobody on. Curveball in there for a strike. The 1-1. Swung on towards the hole. Zilla with a diving effort makes the catch.
And there's a catch very reminiscent of Elmore James and Mahalia Jackson, or I'm sorry, Mavis Staples, the middle infielders for the Blues who have been showing out this series. Looks like the defense in this game all on the Jackals.
And that was another 1-2-3 inning for King Flip. Lemon Zilla now batting against the tense Luther Allison. Throws a strike right there on the outside corner. 8-9-1 batters due up this inning for Lazy. I have to imagine he'll be keeping in King Flip with how he's been able to shut down this Blues offense. That one by Zilla lifted to Blues, plays a catch right at his shoelaces. Makes the grab for out number 1. King Flip indeed staying in this game to bat. The 0-1 from Allison. In there for a strike right on the inside corner. The 0-2.
That's inside.
Just a bit inside. 76 pitches thrown by Allison here in the bottom of the 5th. This could be his last inning as that one off of the glove of the diving shortstop. And a 1-out single from the pitcher.
That's got to hurt for Ashnod. Like you said, it's the pitcher. Typically you expect to get him out, but in that case it was a tough play, and he got unlucky on 18% odds.
Another diving woe there for the Blues. And Albertino Walker comes in for relief, so Luther Allison is done for the day after giving up 9 runs. He has a runner on first, 1 out, and Albertino Walker swung on, drilled right to the glove of Blues in right field, out number 2.
And Lazy was a bit ahead of that. Ashnod fortunate that wasn't sent into the right center field gap to score King Flip and make this a 10-run score, 5-run lead for the Black Jackals.
Lazy just unable to get the lift he needed on that one. He gets some lift there, but not enough power in the warning track. Blues makes another grab there, out number 3, and now the Blues chance to answer back here in the top of the 6th. Time quickly running out. This game is going pretty fast, Weaver.
Yeah, cruising right along. Typically, these games can drag a little bit because they're scoring. They score so much. But even with 13 runs, maybe another one here, it's going to be close.
Deep center field, Normus back at the wall, makes the catch for out number 1. Sakura keeping that one in.
Outside.
That one misses just a bit low to BB King. Here's the bottom of Ashnod's order. BB King rips that one to right field, a base hit for BB King. B's going to try for the 9-3 put out, not in time.
That breaks up a long string of batters in Ashnod's lineup that were retired in a row. So a good string there from Lazy. It's broken up now. Let's see if he doesn't bend here.
Ashnod now with the pitcher that he just brought in, Albertina Walker. Can't pull her yet, and so she will have to bat here with 1 out and a runner on first. Drills that one towards the hole in left field. It'll get through. First and second here with 1 out. The Blues looking to make a comeback as their lineup turns over. Muddy Waters with a home run already on the day. And that'll be it from King Flip, who's done an excellent job of keeping the Blues in check thus far. Tiger coming in, swung on and missed there on the outside corner. The next pitch is drilled to deep right field. Normus back at the wall. It's gone! Getting out of here to make it a 2-run ball game.
This is the matchup that was promised. 2-run ball game. At any given time, it looks like either player is about to run away with this thing, but they're just so good at the plate, they cannot be contained.
Waters had a home run last time he was up to bat, and it was followed up by a home run from Blues. Tried to do it on the first pitch there, but instead pops it up. Shortstop grabs it for out number 2. That one, a nice little blooper into right field. Runner on first for the Blues, and just like that, Weaver, the tying run is at the plate in the form of Mavis Staples, the cleanup batter.
Yeah, Lazy's got to be careful here. He's been hitting great in this game. If he can escape this inning with the lead, that should be good for his confidence. He can go back out there and try and score some insurance here as we head to the latter half. We're in the latter half of the game. Ashnod big at bat.
Tiger is tense, but that perfect pitch there on the outside corner swung on and drilled to the shortstop, picks it up, throws it to first, and that'll end the inning. But the Blues are narrowing the Jackals' lead. Jackals are currently ahead 9-7, bottom of the 6th. Lazy up to bat, drills that one towards Jackson, picks it up, throws it to first for out number 1. Brings up Kim Toe.
Did I see some tense mojo on a Jackals hitter? Never thought I'd see it.
I think I did. Yes, I think you're right, Weaver. So mojo going down after that ground out. Suspicious there. K-Man activates for Walker, the 0-2. Swung on down the foul line. It'll stay foul. Another 0-2 here from Walker with the K-Man trait. Inside taken all the way. 102 miles per hour. Wow. Kim Toe takes that one all the way, and it's strike 3 called on the outside corner.
Yeah, there's some paint. It has kind of been absent in this game after we'd seen some great pitching in games 2, 3, and 4 from Ashnod. Here comes Lazy, though.
Albertina Walker had just gotten locked in when she threw that first pitch, and that's a double blasted to left field with 2 outs. So the Jackals looking to try and break up Albertina Walker right here. Raki Wanda swings at the first pitch, drives it foul. So runner in scoring position here for the Jackals. Lazy had been having some trouble up until yesterday with runners in scoring position and leaving them stranded. Blues picks that one up, fires it back into the infield. A hard hit ball. Runners at the corners now for the Jackals. Larry Lanky at the plate. Albertina Walker delivers. That curveball is drilled, but right into the glove of Mavis Staples. So Lazy strands a couple runners there, is unable to score, and the Blues just 2 runs away from tying this one back up.
And that's a 0 put on the board from Albertina Walker. Could not have come at a bigger time. That last at bat was probably the moment of the game so far. Now we're in the final 3 innings.
Ashnod currently has the momentum. Can he carry that with him to come back at this one? A diving effort from Zilla. Picks it up, fires it to first for the first out of the inning. What a play.
Yeah, you'd love that in late game against an opponent that is just as scary as he is. You love when your defense comes up big.
More action for Zilla right there. This time hit right at him. Picks it up, throws it to first. Out number 2. That one down the middle, swung on and missed. Tiger still tense, however, on the mound here. That curveball, more action for Zilla. Ranges over, picks it up, fires it to first. A 1-2-3 inning for Tiger. 7th inning stretch here in Sakura Hills. 8-9-1 batters due up for the Jackals, who lead by 2. Lemon Zilla to lead things off. That first pitch taken all the way just a bit high. 18 pitches thrown so far for Walker, the K-Man reliever. Stats should start to come down this inning. You can see already that velocity as that one is belted to deep left field. Left fielder going back. Blues with a leaping effort to make the catch. What a play.
Ashnod, I don't know if you read that correct, or maybe I didn't. I thought that was totally catchable on the run. Goes for the big gamble of the jump. Fortunately for him, he makes the play, and that's a big first out. You don't want anyone on the bases as the lineup turns over.
One thing that Ashnod's team doesn't have that a lot of other teams do have is a lot of speed and a lot of defense. As that one is drilled, Mavis Staples, a diving effort, cuts it off. The throw to first in time. More defensive gems here from the Blues.
Yeah, the Blues are saying, who cares about defense bars right now? We can hang with some of the best.
That one ripped up the middle. Staples unable to knock it down. That one knocks it down, but it does trickle by her, unable to come up with it. So it will be an infield single for the top of the Jackals order. Ashnod taking a bit of a think here, and Walker is done. A short leash for her. Buddy Guy coming in. Lower velo, lower junk, and lower accuracy than his predecessor.
I don't know. I felt like she was kind of dealing there. Ashnod getting his weakest reliever into the game here.
2 outs, a runner on first for snappy pop. Righty on lefty. That one swung on and driven foul. Into the dugout. The 1-2. In the dirt, not chasing that one, is Lazy. The 2-2. Strike 3 called. Lazy not even offering it that pitch. What a dot.
Up and in corner, loops a curveball in there. Gets him looking. You don't see that a whole lot. We're into the 8th inning now. Ashnod with a chance to put up a couple runs here against a pitcher he has feasted on in this series.
8-9-1 batters against Little Lackey. That one is drilled, but right into the glove of Snappy Pop in left field. This brings up the pitcher spot, and this is why Ashnod brought in that first pitcher, because he knew the pitcher spot was coming up, and he is out. Magic Sam coming in, but it is righty on righty with the specialist, and he realizes he made a mistake and goes with the lefty, Thomas Dorsey.
Yeah, so he burns a bench piece, but Ashnod really not interested in playing with his bench much this season or last year even. So probably not the biggest deal.
Not a lot of stats on the Blues bench to speak of at all, as Lackey deals that one swung on and missed. A nice change piece out of the zone. K-Dot activates here for Little Lackey. And you said it earlier, Ashnod has been able to feast on Little Lackey in this series, but that one is swung on, weak contact to right field. B gets under it, makes the catch for out number 2. Up steps Muddy Waters. 2 home runs on the day so far for the leadoff man. First pitch, swing and a miss. The 0-1 from Lackey, just a bit outside. 1-1 going inside with the heat, catches that corner for strike 2. K-Dot activates, going with the high curve. The 1-2. Strike 3 called, taken all the way.
Wow, so both players end those late innings with that looped-in curveball high. It seems to be fooling them here. All of a sudden, we are in the bottom of the 8th, 2-run game in Game 7. Ashnod, if he wants to win this World Series, he's got to put up a 0 here.
0 for 4 is Amy B, and that would explain the tense mojo. She rips that one into the glove of a diving Mahalia Jackson at third. The closing pitcher, Willie Big Eye Smith, now in the game for the Blues. That curveball hanging is ripped up the middle. That's a 1-out knock for the Jackals.
Yeah, Willie Big Eye Smith had been reasonably effective in this World Series until Game 5 last night. He surrendered that dramatic grand slam that gave Lazy the advantage. It looks like Kim Toe out of the game.
Yeah, Kim Toe is gone, a pinch runner in there, but James with a big diving effort is able to make a spectacular catch.
I can't believe that catch. That looked like it was way over his head. He catches it on the dive, stops that from maybe getting in the gap, and does he have a scoreless inning? He does.
So Lazy getting that runner aboard, and putting in that pinch runner, but can't do anything with it, and both players exchanging some heated words there in the quick chat.
Ashnod 3 outs from losing this World Series. Lazy 3 outs from being the back-to-back champ. Ash says, "Watch me, boy." Lazy says, "I got this."
But who will have this in the end? Game 7 of the World Series. Lazy needs 3 outs to win the World Series. Ashnod needs to score 2 runs to stay in it. First pitch, swing and a miss on the high heat. Little Lackey staying in the game. The curveball in there for a strike on the high part of the zone. Staying with the curve. Nope, going with the changeup, it looks like, is Little Lackey. K-Dot activates. Taken all the way just a bit low. This changeup in the zone. Outside part of the plate is hammered towards the gap in right field. That's going to get down. B is able to make a diving effort to cut it off and will hold it to a single. But still, Weaver, the tying run is stepping up to the plate. Elwood Blues.
Yeah, still an insane play, I think, to hold that runner at first. That keeps the double play in order.
Righty on righty. Big swing and a miss there on the fastball. The 1-1. Taken all the way. Specialist is active for Little Lackey here. That curveball taken all the way into a bad count here for Lackey. The 3-1 wild pitch misses wildly. First and second for the Blues. Nobody out. Little Lackey in a pickle here. Mavis Staples, and that's the day for Little Lackey. In comes Pack-a-Punch.
Oh, my World Series Game 7, 9th inning, and Lazy's in a jam. Oh, it looks like Ash just missed that.
Ash getting just a bit under that one in the zone. Normus under it, makes the grab for out number 1. First and second still on the base paths for the Blues. The go-ahead run is at the plate in the form of Elmore James. First pitch in there for a strike from Pack-a-Punch. Swing and a miss on the high heat. The 0-2. K-Man activates, going for that high and outside heat. Swung on, drilled right towards Wacky Wanda at third. That's out number 2. Caught on the line drive. Everybody gets back safely, but 1 out away here is Lazy from holding on to his World Series crown. The 1-0. This is just a bit outside. Butterfield at the plate. The 2-0 is swung on, ripped up the middle. That's a base hit. It's hard hit. Normus picks it up, fires it back into the infield. Everyone will be safe. The bases are loaded for the Blues. 2 outs for Mahalia Jackson. 0 for 3 with a walk.
Bases loaded, 9th inning, 2 outs. This is where heroes are made.
Pack-a-Punch looking to shut it down. That one swung on, belted to deep center field. Normus back at the wall, makes the catch, and that's the ball game. The Jackals remain your World Series champions.
Congratulations once again, 2 seasons in a row. The champ, Lazy, back-to-back. He comes from behind 3-1 in the series, and in Game 5, he looked like he was dead and buried. He should be so proud of himself. What a performance. Inspiring, really. Just an amazing show in this World Series.
What a spectacular performance from both of these teams. Ashnod trying to mount that comeback. Those 3 runs in the top of the 6th inning. We thought he was inching closer, but then Lazy's pitching, able to shut the Blues down through the 7th, 8th, and 9th, and come away with the win and the World Series crown.
Yeah, it wasn't without its dangerous moments, though. That 9th inning, Ashnod putting the first 2 on and then a couple of outs for him before loading the bases. He ripped that final ball. I honestly thought that had a chance to get over Normus, the center fielder, and had it would have scored. Well, the runners would have been off with the pitch because it's 2 outs, but that probably would have given him the lead in Game 7. Instead, it's an out. It's the finale of a fantastic World Series. These two definitely delivered. Last year, it was a completely different story. I think we do have to give Ashnod big props for the performance we saw here. Last season, he was completely dominated by the champ. This season, he put up an incredible fight down to his final pitch. Unfortunately for him, and fortunately for Lazy, he is the 2-time back-to-back champ after, like you said, late pitching heroics.
The back-to-back champ and the comeback king, down 8-1 in Game 5, and was able to string together 3 wins in a row to come back and win the World Series. Back to that final at-bat in Game 7, Weaver, where the bases are loaded for the Blues. Once again, we always say this phrase for Lazy. His back was up against the wall. He had to do something there. He had to shut down the Blues offense. And, he placed a really good pitch. Ashnod was able to get a good hit on it, but it just did not carry enough to get out of the park. And Lazy does what Lazy has done all this season and all last season, and that's win baseball games.
And I'm going to be the guy that says park factors. I think in Lafayette, that might be at the wall. It might be gone for a dramatic home run. Instead, it's at Sakura. Lazy, he trusts his hitting. He doesn't really care about the park factors. He loves the aesthetic of Sakura. He likes that it's a bit bigger. It's more well balanced. And I think on the final play of the season, I think it played big for him. And that's you love to see that. You love when your home stadium balls out for you in a situation like that. In the clutch, he makes the nice catch there with Normus. And again, congrats to Lazy. He's the greatest we've ever seen.
Congratulations to Lazy and the Black Jackals on winning the World Series. And also congratulations to Ashnod's Coupon on a fantastic season, an amazing postseason run, and being able to take 3 wins in the World Series up against the best player in Super Mega Baseball 3. He really did give Lazy a run for his money there. And not a lot of people can say they've won 3 games against Lazy.
Yeah, that is a very short list, very exclusive. And so he should be proud. I know I would be if I was him. He's like you said, an incredible season. He was the long ball winner, by far the best hitter in season 9, the regular season. He made his way all the way to the World Series, and he made sure that he wasn't going to repeat the performance that he probably was not happy about in the season 8 World Series, where he was swept handily. Instead, he fights all the way to the final pitch. He just couldn't get over the last hump because Lazy is that good.
Lazy is able to do what he has done time and time again, pull it out at the last second. A miracle win for Lazy and the Black Jackals. Although, if they keep on being miracles, I'm not sure if the word miracle still has a that much of an impact at that point. But folks, that is it. That is season 9 of the XBL over and done with. But do not worry. Season 10 is coming. If you want to get in on Season 10 or learn more about the XBL, please join our Discord. Thank you so much for your support and for watching, but we have an amazing Discord community where we talk about the upcoming games, the upcoming season, and we do scrimmages between teams in the off-season so you can get ready for our AA, AAA, and XBL divisions.
Yeah, that's. I was just going to mention if you're new and you're thinking maybe you want to get in on the action, but maybe you don't quite play at the ego that we just saw these guys playing at. We do offer more than just the 90 ego XBL. There's the 80 ego batting AAA. It does pitch on 90, however, and there is the AA, which bats at 75 ego and pitches at 85. There are other components, but those are the two most important ones. And if you want to learn more about those, like you said, just scroll down, click that Discord link. There may be one in chat if you're on mobile. And yeah, it's a great community, and we'd love to have you.
We absolutely would love to have you all come in here to this Discord and this amazing community that has just been built up, and it keeps on growing over the seasons. And season 10 is going to be our biggest season yet. You don't want to miss it. A few changes coming in, and it's going to be a season I don't think any of us are going to forget, Weaver.
Yeah, we'll see returning faces, new faces, some rule changes to our rule book. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a bit of a celebration. It'll be the 10th season of the XBL, formerly the Xbox Baseball League. This thing and its history spans back over more than a couple of years, probably coming up on 3. Like you, I'm relatively new in the grand scheme of things, so I don't have all the dates in my head. But this thing has been going for a while. It's been growing. It's only going to grow even better, and I can't wait for season 10.
Neither can I, Weaver. We will see you all in season 10. We hope to see you all again very, very soon. Remember, join that Discord, click that follow button, and we will see you all the next time we go live, or maybe just hanging around the Discord. From all of us here at the XBL, my name is Light Snack, aka Fluribel, aka your play-by-play announcer. With me on color has been Weaver for Prez. Thank you to Dwayne for producing, and to everybody in the league office and the commissioner's office for being able to put this show on, and to you all for watching, whether this was your first time here or if you've been following us since day 1 of season 9. Thank you so much. Weaver, any final words before we sign off for the end of season 9?
Just want to thank you, Fluribel, for jumping in here in the booth these last couple nights with me. They were awesome. Great job to you and Dwayne on the first couple of games of the series. And shout out everyone in the chat for hanging out and hyping this thing up, making this one of the best casts we've done here. This Game 7, that was fantastic. That was thrilling, and I can't wait to see what's next. The future is bright.
The future is bright indeed. We will see you all next time, folks. Stay safe and healthy out there. Bye for now.